YouTube, it's Borders Dude here and I'm back with another video, and this is my first video in the Power Rangers Lightning collection, and I thought I would start with the SDCC exclusive set, as this was picked by the guys over the Facebook page Power Rangers Lightning UK. Out of all the figures that I have from this collection, they wanted me to review this set first, so here we go. And this box art, first of all, is absolutely amazing. I love this pop art style that they're doing for the Power Rangers Lightning collection, and the SDCC set is probably the best. Just look at that art style, that is fantastic. It's the exact same image on the back, but the way this packaging opens is sublime. It's just a simple slide. And as you can tell, this is the back of the box, and it shows you what you get in the pack, which is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Armoured Red Ranger and Power Rangers Zeo Gold Ranger. And of course at the front would be all the contents of the packaging, but it's all out for this review. So let's get started, and we'll start with the Zeo Gold Ranger. Alright, let's get a look at the Zeo Gold Ranger. This is one of my favourite Ranger designs. I love the black and the gold, and it works. But let's get a closer look at the detail on his chest armour in particular. I love the way it's picked out with the black. It's really highlighting all the detail on his armour. I do think there should have been a bit more gold paint used on the figure's helmet, but it's not the end of the world, even though it has been used quite sparingly. Of course, you get all the other detail as well, such as on his belt and on his boot as well. If I can get this to zoom in. There we go. Let me look at that detail there. That's absolutely stunning. It's well done. And you get the same detail going on his arm cuffs. And it works so well, just the black and gold and white design. And in terms of like the plastic quality there, it's a rubbery plastic, which is quite standard with action figures these days. Now when it comes to articulation on these guys, the articulation is very similar, if not the same, to most Marvel Legends, as I believe this is the base line they have used, or the base mold line I should say, they used for these figures is based off Marvel Legends. So with that, the articulation does give you the head on a full 360, which can actually do a full 360, and also you do get a little bit of a up and down joint. The head will pop off for swapping options. The arm has this sort of strange arm muscle bend. I can't show you it on the Gold Ranger, but I'll show it in the red. And you do get a full 360 motion. You do get a double bend at the elbow, which is excellent for some posing options. The wrist does do a full 360. You do get some excellent waist articulation there, and of course you do get a rather brilliant ab crunch. That is excellent. There's a thigh cut on the leg, which again, very stiff on my figure. The leg can go up, can go out, but doesn't go back because of the design of the figure. You get a boot cut on the leg, and you also get a double bend at the knee there. That's a lot of articulation for your money on these figures. Now obviously these are a little bit more expensive than your standard retail Lightning Collection figures, but still, that's a lot for these figures. That's more than a lot of collector's lines do give you these days. Now let's take a look at the accessories that you get with the Gold Ranger. So on to the accessories you get with the Gold Zeo Ranger, and you can see I've already swapped out one of them, which is the Zeo helmet for the head sculpt. Now the head sculpt is based on the Power Rangers actor Austin St. John, and it's not a bad likeness, and I don't even know if Hasbro has the rights to the actor's licenses. They may have for the White Ranger. I'm not entirely sure if they do have for this guy or any of the others, The Black Ranger Zack does look quite bad, but we'll get to him in my review of him. But that's a really good likeness. Like a lot of these human sort of face sculpts, in particular even on wrestlers, they do look best at a distance. But let's be honest, when you're buying these Power Ranger figures and you're collecting them, you're buying them for the figure with the Ranger helmet on it. And again, let's have a quick nose at that. Look at that. Lovely, lovely sculpting going on. Now, the additional accessories are his two Zeo staffs and an FX piece. So with the Zeo staffs, you get one that is unopened. And again, the paint on this has been done dead nice. I don't have any real QC issues at all, and all the detail does get picked out on the sculpt very, very nicely. Zoom in, there we go, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty darn cool. And the other version, of course, is with the staff open. Again, no real QC issues that I can see on this. Just done dead well. Now the FX piece here, that's just kind of wraps around either weapon, although I think it's mostly meant to sort of wrap around the open staff. You can have it sort of any way you want, really, in regards to how it is displayed. You know, the box art has it with, you know, like just covering the top and the lightning coming out like that, or something along those lines. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It is nicely done. It's a nice extra piece there for the Gold Zeo Ranger. And yes, that is the accessories for the Gold Zeo Ranger. Before I do get to the Red Ranger, I thought I'd just do a quick comparison between an older Gold Zeo Ranger figure and the Lightning Collection one. And you can see there's quite a bit of differences, quite an advancement in terms of technology as well. But yeah, it's still pretty cool, very retro these days. But I definitely do prefer the Lightning Collection Gold Ranger. And now, let's be honest, this is the reason why the majority of people bought this set. This is the armoured Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, when he got the shield from the Green Ranger, or Tommy. And this is just brilliant. I'm so glad to have this figure. This again was the real reason why I personally bought the set, was for this figure. Just, oh, it's brilliant. But there's one bugbear for a lot of people. It doesn't really bother me, but on the Red Ranger helmet, they haven't painted the silver all the way around the visor, which is a bit strange, but it's not the end of the world for me anyway. I quite like it, the way it's done. It's quite unique, I think. Just looking at the armour there, decked out in this nice gold colour. It's not really dark gold, it's quite light, but I quite enjoy that colour. And the black again just highlighting the detail in the middle of the armour. Now the armour itself does not come off. You can cut off the armour, but it would look silly because he has the gold bracelets painted on and they do not come off. They are part of the mould. The one thing that does bug me on the Red Ranger figure here is the power coin, even when you look at it with the naked eye, it does not look like the Tyrannosaurus Rex coin. Now, I thought this might be the issue with a lot of the figures, but on the other Power Rangers I have, which are the Black and Pink Ranger, you can see the coins quite clear, so I think it's just been a rush job to get this out in time for the San Diego Comic Con. But all the other details are there that you'd expect. The excellent diamond design on the suits, and it's even underneath the armour. I don't have any real bad paint blotches on mine either, which was a common complaint a lot of people were having. And yes, I was going to show you that articulation that I meant in the chest there, so the arm can come in and out like that. So right off the bat you're seeing there is quite a bit of accessories that you're getting with the Red Ranger. Now let's take a look at the other Austin ST John head sculpt. You get, here we go, just getting the camera to focus there. And again, not a bad likeness. The smile is a bit creepy, but from a distance, he definitely looks like the actor. Now you get two blade blasters, and not really painted too well, which is quite a shame. So you get the blaster in its blaster mode. Now again, I'll have to look at the other Ranger figures I've got in the feature videos and maybe compare them just to see what they're like. Let's try and get this to focus. Yeah, it's not bad, and you do get closed in the knife mode. Which again, yeah, you can see the detail, but it's not really been painted too well. It's a little bit sloppy, and this unfortunately is where this pack does fall flat a little. And of course you do get the Green Ranger Dragon Dagger, and again there's a little bit of a curve there when it was bent in the packaging, but not to worry, there's a lot going on. It's painted nicely, if a little bit sloppy, and that just goes into his sheath there. Now the last sort of set of weapons you do get is the Power Blaster. And this was really, I think at the time, just a nice preview of all what you're expecting with the other Power Ranger figures, because I know with having the Black Armoured Ranger that it's the exact same weapon that you get with him that is with this set. Now we'll take off the sword just now, because this is the Red Ranger's main weapon, and again this is where QC's kind of went out the window. You can see like there's sort of red blotches there where the silver paint hasn't been applied right, and it's unfortunately even a bit worse. It's worse, definitely worse at that side, but they've done a better job with the power coin design there. Not by much, albeit, but still. But again, at a distance, when the figure is holding his sword, you're really not going to see too much of that paint QC issues that you're seeing just now, because I'm pointing them out, especially if you've got him holding it like that, or like this, or however you'll have the Red Ranger holding his weapons. Now, so let's just take a look at the individual Power Ranger weapons that you're getting. So this is the Black Ranger's axe, and this does slide up as well. It's really, really stiff to slide up, but it definitely does. So that gives him his power axe, and then of course you'd slide it along for his additional cannon mode. Now let's see if we can get a better look at the Mastodon emblem, which, see, that's done a lot better than on the Red Ranger sword. It's done very nice. And we're getting part of the power bow with this set. There's not much going on it really. Again, when I review the Pink Ranger, you'll see more into that. Again, that's just where the clips underneath go, if it focuses, just to clip the other weapons in. So you do get the power daggers as well. Again, these have been nicely painted. And Power Lance, and for comparison, here is the Lightning Collection Red Ranger with Bandai's Super Legends Armoured Red Ranger. Now, the Armoured Red Ranger was based on a shrunken down Thundercats Classics mould, and it's still one of my favourites in my collection, but again, the detailing that's going on this and the more realistic non-superhero proportions that the Power Rangers are known for definitely shines through on this design. It's definitely been surpassed, although this will always have a wee special place in my heart. Just quickly before I get onto the final thoughts on this set, you do get a pair of these fists for both the Zeo and Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, and they look cool, but I prefer having the open hands on these figures so they can hold their weapons. Do I recommend picking up this set? Absolutely. If you can get at a reasonable price, check for restocks on UK retailers such as In Demand Toys. They'll be getting some more in soon. Pick it up. These probably will get re-released at some point in single packaging, but there will be a few changes that are different from the SDCC release. What they will be, we don't know yet, but it's probably going to be a good few years before you'll see these come into the main line. So yeah, definitely pick them up if you can. Thanks again to people who are watching my channel and continuing to support my channel. It really does mean the world to me that you are supporting me. And if you're new to my channel, and this is your first video you've watched, and you like Power Rangers Lightning figures, and you want to see more of this, which I'll be doing, then hit that subscribe button. Again, that just helps support my channel and keeps me doing these videos. And as always guys, until next time, please be excellent to each other.